Do what you can, with what you have, where you are. It is hard to fail, but it is worse never to have tried to succeed. Believe you can and you're halfway there. When you're at the end of your rope, tie a knot and hold on. The only man who never makes mistakes is the man who never does anything. People don't care how much you know, until they know how much you care. To educate a person in the mind but not in morals, is to educate a menace to society. Knowing what's right doesn't mean much unless you do what's right. If you could kick the person in the pants responsible for most of your trouble, you wouldn't sit for a month. Keep your eyes on the stars, and your feet on the ground. Speak softly and carry a big stick, you will go far. I am a part of everything that I have read. Courage is not having the strength to go on, it is going on when you don't have the strength. I am an American, free-born and free-bred, where I acknowledge no man as my superior, except for his own worth, or as my inferior, except for his own demerit. No one cares how much you know, until they know how much you care. Whenever you are asked if you can do a job, tell them, "Certainly I can." Then get busy and find out how to do it. A vote is like a rifle, its usefulness depends upon the character of the user. A man who has never gone to school may steal a freight car, but if he has a university education, he may steal the whole railroad. Never throughout history has a man who lived a life of ease left a name worth remembering. When you play, play hard. When you work, don't play at all. No man needs sympathy because he has to work, because he has a burden to carry. Far and away the best prize that life offers is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. Don't hit at all if it is honorably possible to avoid hitting, but never hit soft. When they call the roll in the Senate, the senators do not know whether to answer present or not guilty. The reason fat men are good-natured is they can neither fight nor run. Politeness is a sign of dignity, not subservience. In this country we have no place for hyphenated Americans. The joy in life is his who has the heart to demand it. If given the choice between righteousness and peace, I choose righteousness. It is not often that a man can make opportunities for himself, but he can put himself in such shape that when or if the opportunities come he is ready. No man is justified in doing evil on the ground of expediency. Character, in the long run, is the decisive factor in the life of an individual and of nations alike. There is not a man of us who does not at times need a helping hand to be stretched out to him, and then shame upon him who will not stretch out the helping hand to his brother. I am only an average man, but by George, I work harder at it than the average man. Only those are fit to live who do not fear to die, and none are fit to die who have shrunk from the joy of life and the duty of life. Both life and death are parts of the same great adventure. Be practical as well as generous in your ideals. Keep your eyes on the stars, but remember to keep your feet on the ground. Order without liberty and liberty without order are equally destructive. No man should receive $1 unless that dollar has been fairly earned. In life, as in football, the principle to follow is to hit the line hard. Every reform movement has a lunatic fringe. Far and away, the best prize that life has to offer is the chance to work hard at work worth doing. The worst of all fears is the fear of living. Courtesy is as much a mark of a gentleman as courage. 90% of the work in this country is done by people who don't feel good. For those who fight for it, life has a flavor the sheltered will never know. The unforgivable crime is soft hitting. Do not hit at all if it can be avoided, but never hit softly. All the resources we need are in the mind. No man is above the law, and no man is below it. Look toward the stars, but keep your feet firmly on the ground. There is quite enough sorrow and shame and suffering and baseness in real life, and there is no need for meeting it unnecessarily in fiction. People ask the difference between a leader and a boss. The leader works in the open, and the boss in covert. The leader leads, and the boss drives. The lack of power to take joy in outdoor nature is as real a misfortune as the lack of power to take joy in books. The most important single ingredient in the formula of success is knowing how to get along with people. The government is us, we are the government. You and I. I have a perfect horror of words that are not backed up by deeds. A thorough knowledge of the Bible is worth more than a college education. Patriotism means to stand by the country. It does not mean to stand by the president. It may be true that he travels farthest who travels alone, but the goal thus reached is not worth reaching. It is better to have it and need it, than to need it and not have it. With self-discipline most anything is possible. There can be no life without change, and to be afraid of what is different or unfamiliar is to be afraid of life. For us is the life of action, of strenuous performance of duty. Let us live in the harness, striving mightily. Let us rather run the risk of wearing out than rusting out. 9/10 of wisdom consists in being wise in time. To educate a man in mind and not in morals is to educate a menace to society. Comparison is the thief of joy. No ability, no strength and force, no power of intellect or power of wealth, shall avail us, if we have not the root of right living in us. Nothing worth having was ever achieved without effort. So that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who knew neither victory nor defeat. It is no use to preach to children if you do not act decently yourself. There has never yet been a person in our history who led a life of ease whose name is worth remembering.